you so much for making this film and shining an awareness on the 688 who did crazy feats during World War II. What aspects of Kevin M. Himmel's article, Fighting a Two-Front War, were most compelling to you, and how have those elements influenced the film?
You know, everything, I leaned on Kevin for everything. He was such a historian to make sure that I was telling this accurate story. But when I met with Lena King at 99 years old, her recall was so amazing. She more informed the story, and I wanted to make sure that what she was saying was lining up with everything else and was accurate, and she was.
What were some of the surprising insights you gained during your research and meeting Lena and other members of the battalion? And how did that shape your perspective and direction and message of the film once you met them?
How young these women were. They were 17, 18, 20 years old. Charity Adams was 26 years old leading all these women, 26. And that fascinates me even still, to think that this woman could be that brilliant, that strong, and that clear at 26 years old.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can only imagine talking to all these survivors in this battalion, how many stories you're conceptualizing when you wanted to make the film. Can you talk about how some of the conversations you had with Oprah influenced your approach to managing and weaving the myriad of stories you've encountered?
I didn't lean into Oprah or anyone else in telling the story. I talked to Lena. I gathered all the historical references that I could. And when Lena started talking about her relationship with Abram, I thought, oh, this is the way in. And then she started talking about going into the Army. And then she's talking about meeting Charity and what that meant. So I thought, this is the path that I want to follow. And as I brought the script to Nicole Avant and Carrie Seelig and Carlotta, who were all producers, we all went back and figured out what worked here and what didn't, and we were able to come up with what we have now.
I want to talk about Kerry for a second, because she is absolutely incredible in this film. This is a side of Kerry that I hadn't seen on screen before, and she blew me away with her performance.
Yeah.
Can you talk about what made her, what qualities within her as an actress and a person made her the perfect role for Major Charity Adams?
I've worked with her many years ago, and I knew that she had all of these different gears that haven't been explored, because you have to have the opportunity to explore them. So I knew she would kill it. I knew she had something in there that people hadn't seen before. And I challenged her, I pushed her away from everything that she would rely on in acting. And we came up with this character, and she nails it.
Yeah, absolutely nails it. Another incredible performance is Ebony Obsidian, who plays Lena Derica King, who is our way into the 6888 Battalion. Can you talk about how Ebony brought Lena to life and what she brought to the role that went beyond the page?
First of all, she spent a lot of time with the real Lena King and talking to her and listening to her and getting her cadence and her voice and talking to her about the time. But as an actor working with her on Sisters for years, I saw how great she was. And I also knew she had all of these gears and she just needed this moment. And I'm so proud of her, because she killed it as well.
How important do you think it is to bring lesser known stories like this, that of the 6888, to the forefront of mainstream media?
That wasn't my intention. It wasn't my intention to bring a story that people don't know. When I heard the story, I was embarrassed that I didn't know. And I was fascinated by it. And I told Nicole, you know, I'm in, let's make this happen.
Same. I was also embarrassed that I didn't know this story, so I'm happy that, you know, it's on film for us to watch now. In what ways do you think the 6888 kind of inspire viewers to rise to their own challenges as these women did?
Are you kidding me? Looking at what they did and finding their own voice and their own strength, and Charity never giving up, never giving in, always fighting. Even when at one point she may have doubted herself, she still went for it. I think it speaks to the human experience. It's going to just inspire a lot of people. I really believe that.
I completely agree with you. Now, can you talk about the feeling you got from witnessing Lena salute the screen and expressing gratitude from the portrayal of Black women's contribution in the war efforts?
I filmed that whole thing, so to sit there with her and have the real Lena watch the movie on hospice at home was really powerful, really moving, and I was so glad I was able to get the cut fast enough for her to experience it before she left the planet.
Mr. Perry, thank you so much for your time. The film is absolutely incredible, and I'm so happy that you brought this to the forefront, because it is something that everyone should know about. So thank you so much for your time, sir. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
We have the most to prove.